We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. The country's growth revenue has resulted to narrower budget deficit in November, lower than last year's figure. The Bureau of Treasury said the budget deficit in November has decreased by 3.71% or almost 5 billion pesos from a year ago. The cumulative budget deficit as of end November also slowed to 1.2 trillion pesos, lower than the budget gap posted in 2021. Meanwhile, the Bureau of Internal Revenue, or BIR, also posted an increased total collection from January to November this year at 2.2 trillion pesos. The amount is 12.56% higher over the same period last year and comprises 90% of the 2.4 trillion pesos for the fiscal year 2022 program. Meanwhile, more bridges, flood control structures, and school buildings are being built as part of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s pledge to help farmers transport their harvest to public markets. The Department of Public Works and Highways said a total of 112 bridges, 650 flood control structures, as well as 2,575 school buildings have been built, upgraded, and rehabilitated this year. The DPWH also played an active role in disaster response, such as the deployment of more than 7,000 personnel to several disaster areas in the country. The DPWH also dispatched 1,711 pieces of equipment and cleared 168 road sections in multiple provinces from Luzon to Mindanao. Responding to the President's call to build high-quality and efficient infrastructure, the DPWH said it has so far constructed, maintained, and rehabilitated 1,105 kilometers of roads from July to November this year. These include the Cavite-Laguna Expressway, NLEX-SLEX Connector Road, Central Luzon Link Expressway, Cagayan de Oro River Flood Management Project, Samar Pacific Coastal Road, and the Mindanao Growth Corridor Road Sector Project, among other road network development projects. The DPWH is also working double time to construct more farm-to-market and farm-to-mill roads to support the government's agri-infrastructure support program. The Department of Health has asked President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to extend the state of calamity for COVID-19, which is set to expire on December 31. In a press briefing, DOH Officer in Charge Maria Rosario Vergeres said the agency asked for an extension after a proposed bill creating the Philippine Center for Disease Prevention and Control was not enacted on time. The proposed agency is expected to continue the country's COVID-19 response programs. In March 2020, during the COVID-19 outbreak, former President Rodrigo Duterte signed Proclamation Number 922, which declared a state of public health emergency in the country. In September, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. extended the state of calamity until the end of the year. The Philippines has logged over 4 million COVID-19 infections, with more than 65,000 people dying to the disease. Meanwhile, 73.7 million Filipinos are fully vaccinated against COVID-19, of which 21.1 million have received their booster shots. And in other news, mobile wallet GCash warns telco subscribers to beware of scams posing as links to register their SIM card numbers. In an advisory, Winsley Bangit, Chief Customer Officer of GCash, said they have received reports of users being told that their accounts have been restricted if they don't pre-register their SIM card using a specified website. He said users should always check the official channels of their telco providers for information on how to register their SIM card instead of clicking suspicious links. Meanwhile, GCash encouraged its customers to promptly register their SIM cards to ensure unrestricted access to their mobile wallet accounts. Users can also report scams and other fraudulent activities through the official GCash Help Center. The implementation of the SIM Registration Act started today, with subscribers having difficulty to access the registration sites of their providers. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head onto the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and on Radio Pilipinas RP1. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change. Merry Christmas to all.